Before I get into today's video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of our channel supporters. Not Tyron, Wawa, Nillers, Meg Lemon, Master Shredder, Coffee Bean the Husky, Alton, Neb, and Parker Lambert. If there's anyone else who wants to help support the channel, it is as little as 99 cents USD a month. You could do that by hitting the join button down below. Anyway, with that being said, let's continue on with the video. So what exactly is the commander and what are they supposed to do? Commander can either be controlled by AI or be player voted in by the team. Their main purpose is to observe the battlefield, assign tasks, and form a strategy that will help guide everyone towards victory. Think of yourself as the brain of the operation. If the squads are the arms and the legs, you're the one deciding where to move and why. When you're first voted in, you'll start at the command tent. Inside, you'll find 3 main boards you'll be using consistently: the combat support, operations, and logistics board. You can also access these from a mobile command unit if you'd rather command closer to the front lines. Most of your decisions will come from these 3 boards, so understanding what they do is absolutely essential. So let's start off with the combat support board. When you first open this board, you'll be greeted by the map. Here you'll see squad leader requests and any other active tasks. From this board, you can assign tasks like attack, hold, recon, repair, resupply, everything like that. You simply right-click anywhere on the map, select faction command, and choose the objective that you want, and you will be able to assign to relevant squads. This board is basically your communication and direction hub. You're telling squads where to go, what to do, and why it matters. Next is the operations board. This one lets you remotely manage friendly bases. When you hover over a base and press F, you'll be virtually sent to that location. Here you can place buildings, compositions, defenses, deploy vehicles, and even spawn AI units, as long as the base has the required structures, like the vehicle depot or living quarters. This is also where you can spawn AI logistics teams and their trucks to help you with supply runs. And lastly, this leads to the logistics board. This is where it'll show you everything that your AI supply teams are doing, where they're getting their supplies from, whether the truck is loaded with supplies, if it's damaged, or what task the team is currently performing. You can't directly micromanage them. Instead, you set base priorities and supply thresholds, which determine when bases ask for a resupply, and each logistics team needs a source point assigned, which is where they'll pull their supplies from. If logistics fall apart, everything else eventually follows, so don't neglect this board. Now, I do want to talk about objective types, because this is how you will guide players and the team's strategy as a whole. So the objectives I want to talk about are the attack objective, establish base objective, hold objective, and recon and seize. Starting with the attack objective. This is actually used to clear enemy presence in a general area. It's not actually tied to capturing a base or a point. It's simply telling a squad to push into and secure an area. Maybe a position where enemies are ambushing players from, you can directly put an attack objective in that area. The dismantle base objective is only used when a friendly base is no longer required or in the wrong place. Only an engineer can actually finalize this dismantling once all the other structures are taken down, so take that into account. The established base objective is pretty much the opposite. This allows your team to build new bases, which provide spawn points, storage, and extended radio range. Squad leaders can request this, but it is your job to decide whether or not it is the right move. The hold objective. This is a very underutilized objective, but it is used to defend a friendly base, especially if you know that the enemy is planning or already launching an attack. You know, there's a bunch of instances where you will just see players cap an objective and move on to the next one, and this is to try and sort of slow down the game as well as to don't lose ground, right? It's as simple as that. The recon objective. This is where recon squads are asked to scout ahead, mark enemy activity, positions, etc. This is pretty much designed to help avoid friendlies walking blindly into fortified positions. You'll need to actually manually mark this one as complete on the map. And finally, the seize objective. This is issued when you want to take control of a specific point of interest, like a radio relay, an enemy supply point, or a base. It's considered successful when your faction captures it. Now, assigning these to the relevant squads will also give you XP as well as them a boost of XP when completed. So make sure that you assign these tasks to the relevant groups, because once that objective is completed, everyone is rewarded. So now that you know how the boards work and what the objectives do, you should have a much clearer picture of what the commander role is. Just remember that you're not here to micromanage every single player. You're here to just set a direction, support your squads, and make sure your team has what they need to keep the momentum going. If this has been helpful, be sure to give the video a like, comment maybe something I missed, maybe something you want to know. I'll try and answer all your questions down below in the comment section. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more HQC guides. My name is Saber, and I'll see you guys out there on the battlefield.